All right, so in this video, we're gonna go ahead and open up Pinocchio. I think we're gonna try to do ComfyUI today. I'm gonna go ahead and get ComfyUI in here, go through it. The workload, it's a little different than Forge. Um, so we're gonna discover. We're gonna go to Comfy. Gonna hit download, and I'm gonna let it do its thing. Yes, install. So I'll be back after the time lapse. Go ahead and minimize all that. Go ahead and blow that up just a little bit more for you all. I mean, you know it's gonna be time lapse. You ain't gonna be see it, but I'll be back when this is all done. If you notice down here is step 1 of 8, and then after it's done, it's gonna do 1 or 2 more steps after that. But we get a lot of downloads that we have to download. But I'll be right back. All right, so this is what Comfy UI looks like whenever it's done installing. But just as my other ones, go ahead and stop it. And then you're going to come back to this screen right here. And then you got models right here. So it already installed some. Should suggest to install the Schnell models. All right, so this is what it looks like whenever everything's done and downloaded. The first thing you need to do is come in here to Manager. You need to go install missing nodes, and you need to look for missing nodes. You can install, check for updates, update all right here, and it'll check for updates. Custom node manager. So now this is things that you can find in here. Say like this pack right here. You might need this pack in order to run a checkpoint. Remember, your checkpoint is your, like this right here, your close. So Flux Dev, Flux Schnell, these are your checkpoints. Well, some of these checkpoints you download, you're going to need um, a different text encoder or so. So what we're going to do, we're going to just go ahead and we're going to open this up and we're going to create a new workflow. All right, so we got our blank canvas. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and I'm going to look for a K sampler. I'm just going to type in the word K. I use the advanced one. That's just me. I like the advanced. So now what we do, we want a model. We want a checkpoint sampler. This is the first thing that we want to have. Then we're going to want, which is, this is where your checkpoint is, whether you're using Dev1 or you're using Schnell right here. Then we're going to pull out from the positive, and we want this to be a clip text encoder. Okay. So this is going to be our positive prompt. Now you don't have to pull out your spaghetti noodle here. You can just double click and then you can look for whatever you're wanting to grab or what you've read to do a certain one. But this is just the easiest way to get it going. We're going to do another text encoder because we want this to be our negative prompt. So we got our positive prompt, bring this up, our checkpoint, and then our negative prompt, right? Now we want our latent image. So when you pull off the latent image, you just want to go to an empty latent image. So now this is going to be your height, your width, how many batches you want. Okay, so now we're done with this side. So I could, like I said, I consolidate mine. Now I'm going to pull my latent out, and now I want um, a VA decoder. So this is what's going to decode everything. Okay, and before I pull out my other images, so remember, you get everything's color coded. So you got your VA to your VA. So we're going to connect the VA to the VA right here. And then we got these clips right here. So these clips are going to be connected to your checkpoint. Okay, connect that there, connect that there. So what's going to happen is it loads the checkpoint. This is number 1. So really and truly, if I move this up, we can do this. And just for the sake of this video, like I said, I normally don't write them in, but you just double click on the name. So this, we can put pause prompt, and then we can go here and type neg prompt. All right. Oh, forgot my T. All right. So everything can be, renamed here. So next we want a preview image, right? So we can come here and then we got preview image. And then I also want a save image. Okay. So I want to be able to preview it and then save it. So this is literally one of the simplest workflows that you can make on here. And it really can't get any simpler than this. Let's type in here. Um, let's see, man walking on the surface of the moon looking at the earth. Okay. So now from here, what do? Now we want to we want to get this going. There's nothing to get this going, right? Because now we got to have a start. There's nothing here, but it is here. So up here, you have your queue. This is actually what you do. You can actually take this queue off and you can move it. Whenever you first install Comfy, it actually is down here. Um, I like to bring mine up to here. That way it's here. Now you can hit queue. So again, the first thing it's going to do is the prompt. Well, look at there. I got a error message. So I did this on purpose. So there's a lot of things that are missing from here because it all depends on what you have here for your dev or your Schnell or whatever you're doing. So I go ahead and bump it to Schnell real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and queue it again. So what happens is a lot of people go to Civic AI and they just start pulling stuff or they start downloading stuff and you'll get that error. Okay. That's what you don't want to do. When you go to some of these places, what I suggest everyone to do is go to Hugging Face and learn your checkpoints and get all your text encoders and file organize them. All right, so there we go. Remember, I'm not going to have good images right now. See how nasty that image is? Oh, get off of there. This new UI, you got to watch whenever you're holding your mouse and doing it does some crazy things. Just, but whatever. I like the new UI. It's a lot cleaner. But anyways, we're going to take the CFG. We're actually going to take this down to 2. Okay, we're going to go ahead and leave the steps at 20. I believe we can bring the steps actually down to between 4 and 10. I'm going to go ahead and queue it. Because see, Schnell's the quickest, easiest one. And look how fast this is going. You know, it's 100% fast. So now look at our images. See, just changing one thing changed that image. And it is literally a man looking back, but it looks like the moon, but whatever. We can do it again. Let's see, what I don't like is it's not taking that prompt. Um, let's see here. Can I take this up to, let's take this to 30 steps and just see if we can get a better image. If you do not have this saved image one here, then if you're not right clicking and saving this image, every time you generate it loses it. I'll show you here in just a sec where these files are um, that they're saving them to. All right. So steps didn't make it any better. So let's go ahead and we're going to bring this down to say 10 steps. I don't know if that's where I was. And that's even worse, right? So again, it all depends on what you're creating and what you're doing. So let's go ahead and bring this back to 30. Let's go ahead and bring this to 1. See what happens if 1 makes it better. You'll have to play around and see which ones. And like I said, there's more in learning than just watching videos like mine or anyone else's. So like I said, it's not a bad image. Man, he's looking at the sun. I thought I wanted him to look at the earth. But anyways, you also have different samplers here. So a lot of people use DPM plus plus, which is DPM PP means plus plus. So if you're new to this, 2M. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go with that. Let's go ahead and queue it. And different samplers are gonna give you different look. Well, that looks more like it. A man on the moon looking. Image ain't too bad here. Again, now you can run that through an upscaler, right? So again, you know, it all matters of what type you have. Um, what else we got? Let's go to Kara's. Kara's is actually, you got to have the right checkpoints and the right VAs and everything, or else it's just gonna be dark and smudged, which is most likely what's gonna happen here. Let's see. No, actually, Kara's did pretty good actually on this one. It is a little darker, but I mean that's not bad. And again, we can change the code. Um, let's see, make it. Let's see here, 8K fully detailed. Let's say hyper realistic. So I mean, it's all a matter in your prompting of how your image does. So I actually do kind of really like that. It actually gave the phase of the moon right there too. There we go. Look at that. Now it looks like Earth. Look, just changing a prompt now gave me what it looks like, right? So, and of course, you know, some of these other images, I mean, I didn't say an astronaut. No. You got styles. So you can change the style. So let's say you actually have a style pack. So you can install where if you go install a style pack in the manager that I showed you earlier, you can just type in here style. So you got style mode, load style mode. So let me just put in here. So I have no styler, so I can't do nothing. So if you go download a styler pack, then you can actually do just like in Forge where I showed you where you can change it to cartoon. So instead of hyper realistic, let's do cartoon. All right. Hit next. And now we have a cartoon, right? So full blown, it's all a matter of how you do your text prompt. But it is really, really simple. I would start here. Again, I'll show you real quick where you go to find the saved ones. Where in Forge, you just click a little folder and it brings you to the folder where it's at. Okay, so what you do is you go into your computer. So, like for me, I go to this PC. This is where I have my ComfyUI or my Pinocchio. So you find out where your Pinocchio is. That's what I just did. I brought that shortcut here. I don't want the shortcut here. Go to Pinocchio, go to API, and then here's everything that you have. These are your apps that you have installed. So I have the Stable Diffusion, Forge, um, I have the E2 F5. So I have a couple of these that I have in here. The next one I am working on, if you're not subscribed, is going to be Focus or Focus, however you want to say. But anyway, so now that you're in here, click on App. And this is also if you go download models. I'll show you that too here in just a sec. So go to Output. And now here's the output. Okay, so here's some of the ones. Here's that cartoon that I made. Okay, it looks totally different in here than in the UI. It actually looks a little cleaner in here. It's not as distorted. Let's go to a couple of these. You know, they're not bad looking. Let me go to some that I did a little bit before. So this is stuff that I created here in Comfy with the same settings that I showed you, depending on your prompt, right? So here's some of them. Don't know what kind of car that is, but it's there. But anyways, these are just, again, just to play around and to learn. It's very, very easy. I mean, I really do like that. That to me, it looks like a Monster High doll that my daughters had whenever they were younger. So um, now, say you start learning and you find different models like Juggernaut, and Juggernaut's one of the best ones. I will be putting it back on here. I really do. It's really quick. But you need to know where the VAs and everything goes. So when you come in here, go to models. Okay. Now this is where everything goes. So here's your checkpoints. So here's my checkpoints. Then you got your clip. So anything that's a clip, your clip text encoders will go here. So everything's here. You got your diffusers. You got your LoRa. Once you start learning how to do LoRa. So everything's more text encoders go here. Um, the fusion models will go here. So don't get your diffusion and your diffusion models separated. Some of these are different because see, I have diffusion models here in ComfyUI, but in Forge, it's just under models. So it's the folders are different. So you're gonna have to learn each one that you do. I say you learn one, then learn the other. So here's your VA. Put VA here. I don't know why this is doubled up, but oh well. Probably because I uninstall, reinstall so much to do these videos right here. But no, this video went on a little bit too long, but that's how you do that. Again, close these out. I mean, it is pretty simple. The only other thing I can say that you can do is go to Civic AI. So here's Civic AI. You got the models, okay? You can download this Flux model right here. You can come here and you can download it. Here's the download button right here. But does it have all your VAs and everything else? Is it everything built in one? So watch what you do. But what's really cool though is you can come in here and you can click on and you can grab, say, their image right here. Grab that prompt and bring that prompt in here. Come on. Bring that prompt in here and give it a different prompt. So you can start learning what people are using on Civic AI to create. So here, they use this one right. This is their checkpoint that they use. How many steps they did, and every one of them is different. Don't just copy this and continue to go. Hugging Face will be your best friend. Learn to read. Don't just watch videos. I know sometimes it's easier just to watch videos, but don't just watch videos. Again, you got to learn these checkpoints, and some checkpoints you need different VAs. You need different VA encoders, and if that VA encoder is not in that file that I just showed you, then it's not going to do nothing. Just same thing right here. So if I go to the dev right here, the this is the dev one. What did we get? If I queue this again, it's going to go this step, this step, this step. But guess what? Boom! Look, this is all the errors that it gave me because there's nothing here. It's reading the checkpoint, then it's reading the VA, then it comes down to the case sampler over to the text prompt, then to the negative prompt. It goes through its steps to create your image. That's the biggest part, the biggest takeout that you need to learn. And one other thing, like I said, when you come to manager, do not just sit here and come in here and install, let's say all, and just start installing everything. It doesn't work that way. But I don't know. I know this video's went longer than what I wanted, probably longer than what you wanted, but man, this is the easiest way to get ComfyUI and get it up and running. I'm Thomas with Tomology. Go ahead and like and subscribe. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. I'm going to be bringing a lot more AI content out. I do also product reviews. If you haven't checked it out, go check out the Troubadour backpack. Man, if you need a good backpack, man, comes with a 5-year warranty. Go check out my review on it. Maybe it is good, maybe it's not. Um, but yeah, there's a lot here. You know what? That's why I opened up Civic AI to show you, and I didn't. Let me one more thing to show you real quick with Civic AI, which is really cool. Um, let's go to this girl right here. So say we take this image right here, okay? Say if we minimize this, to let me make a new workflow. Okay, now I have a new workflow, right? So now let me go back to Civic AI. Take this image. If you left click on your mouse, you can drag it over here. Look at it. It automatically brought in everything that they did for this and what they have. So if you queue it, it's not going to do nothing. You still got to go download everything that they have. If you go download everything that these people have, you can actually bring in, it's what they call a JSON file, bring in their file. It's really, really cool. There's so much you can do here. But again, I'm Thomas with Tomology. Like, subscribe. I'll catch y'all on the next one.